Here we are. It's Friday night. It's time once again. It's been a little bit, but we're back. We're going to have a good time tonight. This is the Decibel Geek Podcast, Friday Night Live. My name is Aaron Camaro, joined as always over there. Yeah, that's the guy right there. Chris Czynszak. We're celebrating 500 episodes of Decibel Geek. How does it make you feel?
Tired, but
Tired.
good otherwise.
Tore out, tired, beat down, out of ideas.
Yeah, that's the fact. No, good. No, we've kind of enjoyed this past week of getting to look back on 500 episodes of the show, and nice to go back and get everybody's feedback on favorite episodes and interviews and stuff. So it's been cool to get a chance to reflect on stuff, because we usually don't get to do that.
That's right. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It's like 2 hours long, man. Like two old guys drinking and reminiscing about the good old days in 2011.
I was like, well, and even in the beginning, it was two old guys drinking and reminiscing about the old days.
Yeah.
1988.
But
it was fun to do, and we released 501 this morning, so that's cool. Yeah. And pretty good episode of New Noise, and I'll apologize in advance. I've been sniffly. I've been fighting off a cold this week, but
that's right. The edit was hell. I cut out a lot of sneezing and a lot of nose blowing.
I bet you did. I'm a little better today than I was earlier in the week. So but yeah, better to get sick this week than next week when I have to fly out of town across the country. So yeah, that's nicer.
That's right. Going out to the Cruise Fest party. I'm so jealous.
Right. Yeah, my wife and I will be working the Cruise Fest, and excited to do that. And I'm going to try to meet up with Moose while I'm out there, and maybe have lunch with him at the Rainbow or something.
Nice. Tell him I said hello. Awesome guy.
Yeah. So I don't know who you are, Facebook user, but thanks for checking in. I know you have to give,
how can they change that so that we can see who it is? Because there's a lot of people commenting. I can see Adam NC, and I can see Paul Korn, and I can see a whole lot of Facebook users.
I've read that it's like Facebook will supposedly ask you to give permission to the Facebook or to StreamYard, but I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Cecil checking in, and Julian Gill, who's going to be on with us in a minute. He said that's Rick Fox. Oh hell, hey, nice. Hey Rick.
Well, hello and happy Friday to everyone.
Can't get over how long. Yeah, I know. I gotta fucking cut my hair soon.
I know it's longer than mine now.
Yeah, growing like a weed.
You just gotta get you one of these going.
Yeah, I can't. The facial hair, it starts itching too much once it grows out. So I just keep it trimmed. MySpace user 666 Patrick. Patrick always comes with the jokes.
Well, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or MySpace, welcome to Decibel Geek Friday Night Live. We got some cool stuff planned for tonight. We got some special guests coming on with us. Somebody had the wise idea that, hey, we should do the roast of Chris and Aaron. I was like, yeah, okay. That's going to be great when Baco and Loose Cannon and everybody else tears us up.
Yeah, Baco will be on a little later. And, but yeah, I've got it timed out. Julian Gill's going to be our first guest, and Baco's going to come on, and a few other people. Mark Alden Taylor is going to join us.
Nice.
Ian Wadley was going to join us, but he is sick. And I said, well, what the fuck? I'm sick too, and I'm doing it. He's not going to be able to make it. But had a few people drop out at the last minute. But we'll make the best of it while we're doing it. Oh, Craig Broderick checking in from Melbourne, Australia. Good to see you, buddy.
Well, shoot, if I'd have known all that, I could have put together a bracket brawl.
Oh, yeah, we should have done that.
Not tonight.
But I did want to do a little bit of rock and roll show and tell, because it's been so long since we've done one of these things. And
me too.
Let's do the fancy video real quick. See, those graphics took all of 5 minutes. All right.
Is that the one where we're supposed to go?
No, that's bracket brawl.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good.
But why don't you go first?
Okay, cool. Well, you set me up with this. And I showed it the other day on Facebook when I got it. I just want to show it again. It's so cool. The remastered review of Tough, What Goes Around Comes Around. One of my all-time favorite records. I love this one. And the LP, there they are. George DeSaint, Michael Lean, Stevie Rochelle, Todd Chase. They're all there. It's Tough. One of my favorite bands. Autographed by Stevie Rochelle. I got this all backwards. I don't know where it's at. It's autographed by Stevie Rochelle. Sent to me in my mailbox. Didn't even know it was coming. Chris Czynszak, you're the man.
Well, booking Stevie Rochelle comes with its benefits. So
yeah, man.
You get some cool merch. Cool.
That's super cool, man. I was thinking about that the other day because I was thinking about like being young and some of my firsts. And, you know, talked about the Dinges boys a few times, Billy, Garrett, and Eddie that I grew up with in Wisconsin. And they took me to my first real concert, which was Kiss down in Madison. Well, I worked for their mom and dad who ran a restaurant. And on Friday nights, I would work up in their kitchen, and that's how I'd make a little cash. And I was like maybe 17 years old. And I remember the night Tough is playing in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and all the boys are going. And I'm stuck there at work. It was like the beginning of a Poison video or something. Sitting there, breading the chicken and the fish, while everybody else is going off to see Stevie Rochelle and Tough. I was so mad, but you know, had to do what I had to do. I couldn't shirk out of my duties. Had to take care of my business. So I missed. So
have you never seen them live?
Years later, I got to see them when they came back to Wisconsin and played a show with Jackal. If I remember right, it was called Rock on Heffron. And I got to go there as part of when I worked at Z104. And none of the other DJs were interested in it. And I was like, yeah, I'll go cover this. Give me the keys to the van. I'll leave now. I went and picked up my good buddy Jason. We went down to this little town called Heffron, Wisconsin. That's the only time I've ever been there. And it was a cool place and a cool show. And it was Tough opening up for Jackal. And so I finally got to see him after all them years. And it was awesome. It was super cool.
Bushy checking in.
So, yeah, super excited for the new reissued, remastered version of Tough. What Comes Around Goes Around. That's available now at toughcds.com. Or, of course, you can catch a link over at Metal Sludge. Tell Stevie we sent you. There's all kinds of cool stuff over there that you can find besides Tough that Stevie's got, you know. So, yeah, look into it. Very cool. I'm glad this is finally on LP.
Yeah. So I've kind of shared a little bit of what I got on Facebook recently, but I wanted to highlight this because I've wanted this since I saw this at a record convention when I was a kid. It's the Japanese version of Lick It Up with the makeup like overlay cover.
Wow.
I got this at a record show a couple weeks ago. I've wanted this since I was like 12 years old.
Hell yeah. So that's cool as hell.
Yeah. And like,
I've never seen one in person before.
But yeah, I've wanted this for years. And
was that the first time you ever seen it in person?
Oh, well, no, I've seen it at other times. It's just so expensive.
Yeah.
But Dan Safer, who does Motor Soul Vintage, who comes to Rockin' Pod every year, he was selling it. And he gave me a nice discount on it. And Darren Hunt, who comes to Rockin' Pod every year, apparently saw my picture of it on Facebook and was like, I drove from Kentucky to get that fucking album and you beat me to it.
Oh,
but yeah, that was cool. But all right, but this is
super cool, man. That's super cool. I've never seen that before, other than like picture in a magazine or something.
So this is something I kind of mentioned to you. I was going to spring this on you tonight, and Julian Gill's backstage. We'll have him on in just a minute. Hang in there, Julian. But yeah, we have a listener named Chad Hill who harassed us to get us to do the best and worst of White Lion episode.
He brought the best out of us by being tough on us.
Yeah, and he really enjoyed the episode, and he messaged me right after it came out, and he said, "Hey, I have something for you." And I was like, "What's that?" He's like, "Give me your address," and I gave him the address, and he sent this. So
Vito brought his phone number.
Yeah, that would be nice. So a lot of this is going to go to you, Aaron, because you're more the
Okay.
CD guy. But I'll show
Yeah.
you that he sent us this box filled with
Clearly.
CDs, and also this, which was a connects of the Kiss members, just kind of like little Lego figures.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Kind of cool. And
That's
then this
cool.
giant stack of CDs. So this is
Yeah.
Psycho Circus at Dodger Stadium, Halloween.
Wow.
98.
Wow. Yeah, I don't
It's
have
all-
that.
It's all bootlegs. This is Kiss at the Unplugged at the Sahara Hotel in Vegas in 1995,
Oh, hell yeah.
which is really cool. This is, I believe, it's called Kiss. You can't escape his kiss. It's Paul Stanley in the Phantom of the Opera.
Huh. Wow.
I know you're a big theater fan, Aaron.
I could become one.
I had this on cassette tape back in the mid 90s. It's a Kiss Unplugged bootleg, and it's like a lot of radio appearances. I used to have this on cassette tape back in the day.
Wow. That's cool.
There's more. There's a lot more.
Nice.
This is called
My Kiss collection on the rack behind me is growing and growing.
Two Kings in Germany. It's from the reunion tour.
Oh, holy
There's
shit.
another-
Wow, dude.
I know. Another Kiss Unplugged CD.
Yeah, yeah.
Monsters of Rock.
See, now if he would have came to us with all this first, we would have got
I know.
that White Lion episode out months ago.
And so it's got the Vinny lineup on the cover, but it's got the Eric and Bruce lineup, and it mentions Gary Corbin on the back. So I'm guessing this is one of the European Monsters of Rock shows from the 88.
Nice.
Kiss Unplugged in Australia.
Wow.
Stoned in Paris,
Stoned in Paris.
which is really cool.
That is
1976.
freaking cool. I've
Uh,
never seen any of these before.
this is called Hotter Than Alive.
Wow. Wow.
And then one more. I don't know what this is. It's called Kiss Rock Hard Again. It's got
Holy shit.
Creatures lineup on it. So yeah, a whole giant stack of CDs and some Legos. How
Wow.
cool is that?
Yeah. Well, you can have the Kiss action figures.
Okay. Well, I'm not a toy guy, but yeah. But thank you, Chad Hill. This is like
Yeah, man, that's freaking awesome. And you can feel good knowing that those CDs are going into the Decibel Geek library for all eternity. It's the greatest library of all.
but only after I rip all of them digitally.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go right
'Cause
ahead.
I have to have them on my thing. So
I got to have them on the shelf.
there's a great comment. Sponsored by Cialis. Thank you.
What's Cialis? What's that for?
It's a erection pill. That's what I've
Oh.
heard. That's what I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
After seeing that stack of CDs, I got a little bit of a boner myself.
Aaron Baker's checking in.
My feelings are growing.
Bushy wants a digital copy of the Phantom. My folks wouldn't let me go to Toronto to see the show back in the day. All right, when I rip it, Bushy, I'll send it to you.
Nice. Nice.
Very good. So Chad Hill checking in. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, man. That's freaking awesome.
I never realized how much you looked like Grady from Sanford and Son. Annie.
I'm glad to hear you enjoyed the White episode. We enjoyed doing it.
Facebook user, no, we cannot see who you are on here. So I don't know. who
Cannot
you
see
are.
you.
We have several
are-
Facebook users checking in right here. All right, well, 7:15.
Or maybe it's one Facebook user over and over and over again. You never know.
I want the Mark Mendoza G.I. Joe action figure.
There's
No.
a Mark Mendoza G.I. Joe action figure.
That's the joke, because Mark the Animal Mendoza from Twisted Sister has he dyes his hair and dyes his beard and cuts his hair so where he looks like a G.I. Joe figure.
Oh, nice. That's something to
Oh.
aspire to.
Before I have to get ready for work, I need to hear Erin Camaro announce her voice to announce me to the ring. That's got to be Aaron
I
Baker.
was gonna say, on his way to the ring, Facebook user.
Oh, what the fuck? It's Mighty K. So Mighty K checking in. Thank you.
Nice.
All right. So let's bring in our first guest. I know he already prefaced this and said he's not gonna so much be a roaster, but he wants to come in and hang out for a bit and talk.
Awesome.
And I have a bone to pick with this guy, so we'll bring him in.
Ooh.
Julian Gill from Kiss FAQ. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, guys. Aaron, good to see you. Chris, I guess good to see you as
too.
well. I'll see you. I'll see you next week, and I'll see you in when's the Rockin' Pod? So
March.
Yeah,
March
So
18th.
I will see you in March again in Nashville. So looking forward to that
Sweet.
very much.
Yeah.
Really build a great grassroots event into something monstrous. So congratulations looking on that. And also congratulations on 500 episodes. You know, you guys have really set a really great standard for podcasting that some of us get to copy or try and copy.
Josh Toomey says boo.
Boo.
All right. Well, you were too lazy to join in and be a roaster tonight, Josh. So
Yeah.
good. All right. So, Julia, I want to pick a bone with you real quick
right.
because you guys spent an entire Kiss FAQ podcast episode bashing. I'm not putting this lightly, bashing the Monster album.
No, we weren't. We celebrated it.
You guys bashed it way more than you celebrated.
We celebrated everything really, with the exception of Take Me Down Below, which I really vehemently dislike. There were quite a few bad songs in there. The production is like sticking two fans on the side of your head and then trying to listen to an album. There are some great songs. You know, without any doubt, there are some very, very good songs. Right here, right now, I love. You know, again, part of the problem was Paul's voice was starting to go in some areas as well. So, you know what? It is what it is. It's not as bad as it makes it sound when you do a ranking of all the songs, you know, but we all listened to the album a dozen times in preparation for it. So, you know, if we suffered for the art, we suffer for it. What did you disagree with in particular, Chris? Where's the bone in this Cialis hosted episode?
Where's the bone?
I'm way off my game here. There you go. No, not so much a bone to pick, but no, I'm a big defender of that record, and like I'm not even a big fan of the current lineup so much. I've gotten over the whole makeup thing, but it's more Paul's voice and the tracks and all that stuff. But anyway, that's another episode. But
Long Way Down. How can anyone hate on that album with Long Way Down? It is impossible. And Freak, you know, Stacey DeVille did a great cover of that. Actually, I saw that on Facebook a while back. You know, there are some good songs, and I'm really grateful for any time Kiss has put out new music, for good or bad, and that goes for any band. Simply because they've still got the balls to put out music.
Yeah.
Def Leppard, way into the game. Judas Priest is working on new material. You know, thank God. Keep putting out that new material with the exception of Crew and Like a Virgin. That I can really do without.
That was bad.
No MGK for me, please. And I'm really on the fence with that last Aussie as well. So, at least we get these things to bitch about, analyze, pick apart, and compare with everything that they did previously.
Yeah, for sure. One of the main gripes I had about it is that I'm surprised you guys didn't pick up on is the album is a love letter to their influences. And like when you guys got into talking about Eat Your Heart Out, you're going on and on, not so much you particular, I think Mark in particular was saying how, the whole acapella thing at the beginning is cheesy. Why'd they think putting a warm up on there is a good idea? It's totally an homage to Humble Pie. It's the beginning of 30 Days in the Hole redone, basically.
Paul loves Humble Pie. You know, go listen to Live at the Fillmore.
Yeah,
Paul Stanley was at those shows.
Yeah,
you know, so Steve Marriott, it's totally there's more of a homage to those influences on Monster than the homage to themselves, which Sonic Boom was.
Yeah,
and that's why I prefer Sonic Boom, because you get to pick out, that sounds like Elder, that sounds like Asylum, that sounds like Rock and Roll Over.
Because I view it as more of an honest record, because they're going back to what got them into rock music. Because you've also got Humble Pie on Shout Mercy. That's a total homage to I Don't Need No Doctor by Humble Pie. You've also got Freak is an homage to Wild Thing by the Trogs. You know, they're Out of This World, the riff and the cowbell drum beat.
TNT.
I viewed that as an homage to Mountain with Mississippi Queen.
Yeah, which again are very good connective tissue.
Yeah.
But look at the album cover, look at the production. You can't just look at an album by a couple of songs and what they're trying to do. Eat Your Heart Out is pretty much the same as what Gene cut as a demo in 1977.
But I like it.
And he just finally got to do it, and they threw on a cheesy beginning, and what I would like more from Kiss, and to hear more about from Kiss, when you see they're going out on the cruise next week, 2 of them, I would love for them just to be talking about their influences, and they do a little of this here and there. The latest Goldmine has Gene talking about some of that stuff and that side of things. I want Paul Stanley talking about the albums that you would have found in his record rack in 1967 to really let people get in. He talks a lot about it, and he really went into that with Soul Station and those inspirations that he was seeing in, on weird bills in the late 60s in New York City. I mean, come on. You listen to any of the guys who grew up in that era talk about going to see MC5, Zeppelin, Who, and then some of the other bands are on the bill at the Murray the K shows. I want to hear Paul talking not about Solomon Burke. I want to hear him talking way more about his rock influences, which I relate to much more than the R&B stuff. The R&B stuff I may know in passing, just because we're children of the radio, and we will have heard it at some time. It will have been, on classic radio. So, those influences, I love him to analyze himself and say, well, you hear this guitar part, this is on Monster. This is, where it came from. It's Humble Pie. And talk about Live at the Fillmore. Talk about what Steve Marriott and the band meant to him. And I just saw, Hanging with Bushy, Soul Station, underrated. Go listen to those new songs that he wrote there. So he still got it. Paul Stanley still frickin' has it. God bless him.
Well, and then Adam brings up it. I was going to bring this up too, where he says it's so funny when Mark was talking about Take Me Down Below with the being really put off by Gene saying that he had a submarine. He's like, fucking 70 years old. Stop talking about your dick.
That is
and I bitched about Take Me Down Below because if I was 14 years old, I probably would have loved it, just like I did Motley Crue, 10 Seconds to Love. I remember getting punched in the side of the head by my mother for singing that walking down the stairs. All those songs, Shake Me, Cinderella, got me into trouble singing the lyrics. I mean, but now I'm supposed to be an adult. I was like getting a bit cringeworthy, and maybe it was because, coaching kids in schools, that stuff just does not work for me these days because it's just creep zone. A 70-year-old singing about that, you know what? If he can still go full Ron Jeremy without Cialis, good for him. You might as well sing about it, but I don't really want to listen to it.
No, Cialis it's just going to be a running theme.
Well, it's I don't know, but I just by Tupperware.
Ooh, you had to go there. We're gonna roast Vinny tonight too. Oh man,
I'm not roasting the wank on the tank. No way.
Yeah.
That wasn't Vinny's handle. That was yours.
One of the things Julie and I bonded over years ago.
Oh yes, that worked out so well.
We both got put in a very awkward position that week, didn't we?
Yeah, that was an interesting call with Mr. V. So there we go. Wow. All right, moving on.
Yeah, honestly, you did me a favor in the long run. I'm just saying.
Crazy.
But yeah, it was no fun. But I love Kiss FAQs podcast because it's you'll take the the interesting topics from the board, bring them on there. You all have your own strong takes on stuff. So it's like there's only a handful of Kiss podcast stuff between you and Podcast Rock City. I pretty much get my fill for Kiss talk. So I love what you guys do. I just think the show's always entertaining, and especially when you guys disagree with each other.
And it goes around because I can listen to your guys' show and get ideas for how I'm going to approach some of our topics. Whereas I don't listen to a lot of Kiss related shows because I don't want to be copying them. Right. I use the message board and it's available for everyone to read without joining. The board does have a reputation for being antisocial and whatnot, but it does generate some interesting topics. There are some that just make you bang your head against the wall that we kind of laugh about. But you know what? In order to frame a conversation to be the Kiss FAQ podcast, you better take advantage of the people on the board, both as your co-hosts and partners in crime, and for the topics that they want to talk about. So it's great. When I get to come on your guys' show, we've done some fun stuff with Judas Priest and your Christmas special, or was it New Year's? I don't remember last year. Ringing in New Year's, I think it was. Priest was great fun. Loved doing that. Anytime you get to, bond with other people, other podcasters, listeners, you make friends in the podcasting community far more than you make enemies. I joked about the Tupperware thing, and, that's just one of those unfortunate things happens when you're opening your mouth or doing something without necessarily thinking. And that's the great part about podcasting, because it's either going to be absolutely exciting, people are going to love it, or it's going to be a train wreck.
Right.
Yeah. People might love that too.
Hey, people, why do you think people rubberneck at crash scenes?
Yeah. Well, everybody's getting mad because you're not shit talking us enough, Julian.
You better bring on someone who's able to shit talk. I don't have the skills to do that. Never have.
Can't you just like talk down to us in good proper English? Call us a bunch of cunts or something?
What, twat waffles?
Make everybody happy? There you
go.
There.
Yeah. Oh, you wanker, you.
There you go, people.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing Chris next week. It's going to be great. Again, podcasting is great, but seeing people in person is all the more fun. So look forward to seeing everyone who's coming to Rock and Pod as well. Yeah. And anyone who's on this stream, watching tonight, or if it's archived, thank you for the support you've given me over the years at the Rock and Pod, on my podcast, and on those shows that I've been a part of. It's very much appreciated. So that's my roast of these guys.
All right. Well, Julian, I was going to say, forget the haters. You won.
Yeah.
We all win. We're all
winners.
Well, thanks for checking in, and hit me up next week when you're in LA, and we'll meet up, okay?
I will. You guys have a good rest of the show. I'm going to hang out and watch.
Thanks, Julian. See you in March, brother.
See you guys.
Bye. All right.
Man, I love Julian Gill. He's awesome at roasting us. He really got us there.
I love that Toomey was too burned out and tired to come on the show, but he's not too tired to shit talk in the comment section. Interesting.
Julian's talking, and I'm reading Toomey's comment, and I'm dying laughing, and I'm trying to listen to Julian at the same time.
Yeah.
You're a distraction, Toomey.
Yeah, he is.
It's funny.
So I want to we have our next guest in the backstage area. Hang in there for a minute, because I'm going to bring up a quick audio clip that your co-host decided to send in, where it's funny. He's not afraid to shit talk most of the time, but then he decided to just praise us on the video. So I decided to.
Who's co-host?
The next guest.
Oh, but I don't know who that is.
Well, I know. Well, you'll know who it is, who's coming up next after I play this clip. There's
a
little 2-minute audio clip, and let's hear from this guy.
Okay.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Aaron. Or Aaron and Chris, no particular order. Just wanted to call in on the show and wish you guys a happy 500th episode. And I'm going to do something that's pretty unique for me, and that is just to be sincere. So, over the last 10, 11 years since you guys have been doing the podcast, I just want to tell you that what you guys do is important. Is it silly as that might sound? I got to tell you, 2010-11, I actually thought rock might be dead. And it was by searching Hard Rock Podcast, I stumbled upon the Decibel Geek podcast and started listening. And it was a combination of that, plus looking at seeing iChart Fest band posters, looking at those last 3 rows, discovering some great bands there. And also, through Spotify and their kind of radio algorithm that allowed me to discover some new bands that way as well. Yes, streaming. The devil? Maybe. But let me discover a lot of new bands. So between Decibel Geek and a few other choice podcasts out there, it really kind of shined a light on the fact that there is this just underground community that had the same passion that I have for just rock and roll music. And that, plus you guys doing in combination with other people I know are involved for the Rock and Pod Expo. That was just one of the greatest times, that first year and subsequent ones as well. So I'll just keep this short, but I just want to just tell you in all sincerity, you guys do a great show. I was proud to be part of the Decibel Geek website to write there. It was a gateway to me discovering my online man friend Baco and doing our show, etc. So that's it, man. I'll keep it tight, but just happy 500. And with all sincerity, congratulations, and keep flying the flag for rock and roll.
And here he is, his online man friend, Baco.
I just want to tell you guys how much I love you, and I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice, LC.
Just enjoy every minute of every show. I came to this roast to just say that.
Yeah.
Letting us off easy.
The one guy that I thought couldn't fail at roasting us decided to just praise me all the time.
Yeah, I might have a little different tone than the previous guest, including LC, who well, let me just get rolling. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's go.
I had no idea he was going to call in, but I do regret to inform everybody that my co-host LC will not be here tonight. Unlike all of us, he has things he has plans on a Friday night. But those familiar with my show anyway will know that I'm used to doing all the work as it is. If you look up the definition of mailing it in, there is a picture of LC next to it. But alas, we are not here to mock my co-host. No, I am here to mock you two and actually a handful of other people, if that's all right. All right. Well, along the 500 episodes of Decibel Geek, you guys have spewed into the universe here. You guys have also given us Rockin' Pod. It's a gathering of basement dwellers, and it has the distinction of being the only event less diverse than the crowd at an Indianapolis Colts game. A sea of black T-shirts and cargo shorts, and second only to the Monsters of Rock cruise in the rate of shower masturbation.
Nice.
My life has changed quite a bit since I first joined up with Decibel Geek. For one, my kids no longer return my calls. So many of my fellow podcasters that I now have the privilege of calling friends, I first met at Rockin' Pod, including Ken Mills, the Podfather. I remember in 2018 at the Rockin' Pod, I asked him, I just kind of went up and said, "Hey, Ken, how's it going?" He's still answering. How does he find time to do so many podcasts? I'll tell you this. If you have an idea for a podcast and you're thinking, I wonder if Ken Mills would like to co-host this with me, let me just save you some time. Yes. Ken has so many podcasts that there are none left. Ken is so long-winded, telemarketers have him on a do not call list.
Nice.
Speaking of telemarketers, the awesome Aaron Camaro may be the only person that could sell them something. Aaron, you are a born pitchman. You are quite possibly the only person to convince men in a Wisconsin tip bar that they are having a good time.
Yeah.
You once had me believing Tough was a good band.
Hey, careful.
True.
I can't tell you how many times I've listened to a horrible record because of something you said on the podcast. So thank you.
Here we go.
Chris, you truly struck gold when you found Aaron on Craigslist. How has Craigslist not used the two of you for an ad? You know, something that says like, "See, not everybody gets murdered."
Right, exactly.
There's still time.
When I was listening to you and Aaron blow each other on your 500th episode, I was taken aback at how proud you were, Chris, of your Vinnie Vincent April Fool's joke. Yeah, you really fooled the listeners with that one, didn't you? You do know these are grown men who think wrestling is real.
True.
These are people who think slapping a KISS logo on a bowling ball is a sign of a brilliant marketing man.
It's not?
These are people who didn't like the 40-year-old virgin because it struck a nerve. It's not like you have to get up that early to get one past Matt Porter.
Ooh, shots at Matt Porter. The nerve.
I got that coming to me.
Yeah.
Matt Porter, I love him. Another guy I met at Rockin' Pod for the first time. He's a very positive guy. A glass half full, you might say. Unfortunately, it's half full of Gene Simmons Moneybag soda.
Nice.
Did you know Gene trademarked the money bag logo, Matt? Just fun fact. Matt looks at Kiss through glasses so rose-colored, he thinks Julian Gill is a negative dick.
Oh, God.
Another group of rock and potters that I enjoyed meeting for the first time and hanging out with is the Ages of Rock show. I really like hanging out with those guys because I never really got to know my own grandparents. They are so old, John 5 just replaced them.
Nice.
Let's see that joke work in 5 years.
I think one of the Ages of Rock guys is tuning in.
Ian Wadley, everybody knows Ian, man. I saw him at Rock and Pot, and I went up and said, "Hey, Ian, my name is Baco, Cobras and Fire. A big fan. Nice to meet you." He handed me a rape whistle. Apparently, that's how he greets people. Fun fact, Dr. Fuck, not a real doctor.
He's a proctologist, isn't he? That's what he told me.
Yeah, right.
Kidding aside, Chris, I really appreciate you taking the time away from all the time you spend complaining about football announcers not talking about Patrick Mahomes to entertain us with at least an episode each week of Decibel Geek. I really love it. And Aaron, from Waukesha to Muskego, you are the most famous person from Wisconsin who isn't a serial killer, as far as we know. Gentlemen, assuming we're still friends, I'd like to say thanks for so many things, but I think I've used up most of my time. So I truly appreciate both of you, and I'm damn glad to call you friends and colleagues.
Nice.
Thank you, Baco.
Nice. Yes.
Round of laughter for Baco.
We never planned to ever have to use a round of applause, so we don't even have that sound effect.
I got that from the Minnesota Vikings fan club. Just I don't know where
nice.
it came from.
Yeah. Oh, you really troll all the teams, don't you?
Yeah. Why not? I root for them all, so I might as well.
Thanks, Julian. All, right? Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Baco, want to plug anything while you're here? Because I know there's 26 people watching.
Awesome. Well, coming up on I'm not even sure if it's gonna be this Tuesday or we might be doing it on Halloween. But the annual Halloween Cobras and Fire episode, we cooked up a doozy this year, so I think everybody's going to enjoy that. A lot of fun surprises there. So when I'm done here, I'm actually going to be trying to wrap up the edit tonight. Anyway,
how long have you been working on that?
I logged in about 18 hours so far.
Yeah.
It's similar to last year where we did kind of the reading of Friday the 13th, part 6. Actually, this year it picks up right after that. Thanks a lot.
Timmy is literally the peanut gallery tonight. Doesn't want to come on, burnt out, but commenting every fucking.
He's too busy to come on, but he's not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
He's probably having dinner with LC.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So anyway, I joked though. I came down and I spent about 2 hours on like a Tuesday or something a couple weeks ago, and I go upstairs and I told my wife, I was like, I got 3 minutes of stuff done, and she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, it sounded better in my head.
You're like, you just have to wait. When it's done, you'll understand.
Yes. Oh yeah, she's gonna totally listen. Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to listen. We're not going to share the reasons why, but we can't wait to listen.
No. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of big surprises this year. So if you liked last year, I think you're gonna enjoy this one too. So,
nice.
But hey, man, congrats on 500. This is pretty cool. Obviously, cool. You asked for a roast, so.
Thank you. Somebody finally brought it.
Well, it's early, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys got coming up? I saw you just dropped your Cobras and Fire copy episode today. I'm looking forward to hearing that this weekend.
All right, nice. All right,
one last roast. I could take a cheap shot at about Monster, but
but I mean, you guys borrowed from us for how many years? It's about time we borrowed something from you.
And I've been meaning to do
nothing but love, man. Nothing but love.
I know.
I've been meaning to do the research to see who really was the first one to start a music news show. If it really
it wasn't us.
I think Michael Butler has claim to that one.
There you go.
Okay, fair enough.
We're all ripping him off.
All right. Well, thanks, Baco, for coming on. Everybody check out Cobras and Fire if you haven't yet. If you're watching this, you probably already listened to it. But thanks again for doing this, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Again, congratulations. I'll see you guys probably in March, whatever, if physically anyway. But we also have March Badness. If we do it again, we'd love to have you guys back. So,
absolutely. Drink.
All right, gentlemen.
Maybe we can do it live from Rockin' Pod.
All right. See you later, Baco. Cool. All right.
That'd be cool. Maybe we can do March Badness live from Rockin' Pod.
That would be fun, actually. Yeah. Which Ted Nugent album are we picking this time?
Yeah, no kidding. Whoever picks Ted Nugent always seems to win.
Right. Oh, man.
And that was pretty cool, Loose Cannon, too. But Baco, that was fucking awesome.
That was fun. So our next guest is already backstage, but he's going to have to wait a little while because he's super early, and I have some clips to play. So hang in there, brother. You have time. All right. So let's do a little. Let me go ahead and spring this on because this is probably the highest the viewership's going to get tonight before things fizzle out.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm going to spring this on Aaron because he has no idea that this is coming, and it's super quick.
You've been full of all kinds of surprises lately.
Well, let me find it here.
Tough Records autographs showing up to my house.
Well, check this out.
Secret audio and video.
All right, watch this.
Decibel Geek, our brothers out there. Happy 500 episode, my friends. Hope there's many more. Now, play some of our music, you jackups. Why go to the UK with Skid Row right now? Decibel Geeks, hail you!
Yeah.
How cool is that?
He's the best. Man, Chip's Enough, so cool.
That's Chip's Enough checking in on a video that was obviously filmed with a potato. But thank you for checking in.
So cool, man. Love it. Love it. That's I told a story about Rockin' Pod last year where I go up and I'm talking to Chip and he knows who I am right away. And it's like, fuck yeah, awesome, And then bullshitting with him, this guy comes up and he goes, I never listened to Enough's Enough before, but you guys really won me over. And I was like, well, shit, dude. If you've been listening to Decibel Geek, you'd have known about Enough's Enough a long time ago. And he's like, Decibel Geek, what's that? Chips Enough goes, you don't know about Decibel Geek? You ought to be listening to this. Listen to him. Tell him about it. Tell him about it. He's going, I'm going, well, here you go. Here's a flyer. Chip out there helping me pimp the Decibel Geek podcast to unsuspecting, probably listening right now, people. And he's awesome. And I love it.
Yep. And I was told to make sure that I plug the Enough's Enough new album, Catastrophe, or Finer Than Sin, that's coming out. And Catastrophe, the first single, is out right now.
Yeah,
so man. Check that out.
I'm excited for that. It's got the whole Enough's Enough band. It's got Tori. It's got Daniel. It's got Troy. And it's got Chip. And they're ready to rock. And, man, when those guys get together and write songs, it turns out pretty damn good. So I'm looking forward to this new album big time.
Yeah, that's very cool, Chip, to check in and do that with us.
Yeah,
and I have to thank Courtney Cronin-Dold for helping set that up. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in LA next week, also, Courtney.
Oh man,
you have more Decibel Geek episodes than you had sex with your ladies both combined. That's a true story.
I don't know about that. You don't know me. You don't know me. Like our current wives are all together. Because if I'm, I used to work at radio when I was young, and we maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Combined all time, I bet you we got more loving.
Maybe. I don't know. I've been married a long time. I can't wait to, oh, come on, man. Fucking Bushy.
Our poor wives.
Bushy will like fucking pimp out Debbie Gibson, but then trash Enough's Enough. Fuck off. All right.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Is Fly High Michelle the only song you've ever heard, Bushy?
Oh, there's so much there. Oh man, let me play another clip so I can make sure we get these in. All right, we want this is not really a roast clip, but this got sent in for the 500th podcast episode, but it's a video, so I figured we would use it here. So here's another one of our friends.
Hey, it's Al from Be Cool or Be Podcast Out. Just want to wish Chris and Aaron from the Decibel Geek podcast a happy 500th episode. Here's to 500 more, guys. You guys deserve it. All the success in the world. Thanks for inspiring a lot of us to get into this crazy world of podcasting. Much appreciated. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Al Horta. Good dude.
Toomey saying, "Careful, Senzak could go to LA and come back a Rams fan." Hey, I bought a Jalen Ramsey jersey last week, so you never know.
What?
Not really. But yeah, I might as well just go with it. I'm gonna get roasted for it either way. And then Kristen says,
Toomey's doing a whole lot of roasting from the sidelines over there in the comments section.
Yeah, I know. Like, what is that about, Mr. Peanut Gallery?
Yeah, throw on a robe and get in front of the computer.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's his one night hang out with his woman because he interviews everybody Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Gotta have one day.
Al has a car with a cassette player. That's pretty cool. Surfer fan says, "Happy 500th anniversary." Damn, we're fucking old. We appreciate the time and work you put into this.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Timmy uses the kid excuse. I see how that is.
Yeah, that's all right.
Tell your kid to tell me that I'm a NFL fan.
Kid's probably better at roasting us than you are.
Yeah, no kidding. All right.
Like, you guys are old and dumb and nobody cares about the music you're talking about. It's not true.
All right, you want to do another clip real quick before we bring our guest in?
Yeah, sure. If you got more.
Yeah, I got more.
I don't even know who the guest is.
Well, I think he's going to do some stunt stuff for us tonight. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you're going to do it or not.
Evil Knievel? No.
Oh, boy. He gave me the thumbs up.
No. Save it for Rockin' Pod. Save it for Rockin' Pod.
All right,
I know.
put his thumbs up here. All right, let's bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, he's infamous to a few of you. Mark Alden Taylor.
What's up, guys? I'm wearing this shirt for you guys. You know, you kiss fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. How do you guys were you guys like waiting for your balls to drop when you listen to them, or what's going on?
I was.
Oh man. I don't like to roast people, but I like fucking with people's favorite bands, you know. Oh man, how you guys doing? Congratulations on your 500th episode, man. And the reason why Bushy is pissed off about Enough's Enough is because we did that show on the Freeform Rock podcast.
That's right.
He listened to it and it pissed him off, and he made me do Limp Bizkit.
Oh.
Yeah, I like Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, the thing is, I liked half that album. I just wanted to shoot myself after that. Thanks, Bushy.
Which album did you do?
Still Sucks.
No, I'm not big on the new one, but I like the first.
It was okay, you know. It was pretty short, and thank God, it's pretty short. But
damn, Bushy, at least Mark's had me on his show.
Yeah. How?
Yeah, that's right.
Shots fired. But man, congratulations. You know what? I'm just gonna say, man, you guys on the Rock and Metal Combat podcast are awesome. Oh wait, not wrong podcast. You guys on the Decibel Geek rule.
Thanks.
Hey man, like Ian tells me all the time, he said, we listen to real podcasts, you know, nobody listens to my podcast. That's okay, man. I got my 50 listeners. That's cool. But,
I'm one of those 50 because I was watching the YouTube video last Saturday. I always wait for you guys to put up the drunk video on Saturday so I can watch you guys just blather on. And like every week, it's like Mark's like, I know Chris and Aaron don't watch this stuff, but I like their show. And I'm thinking, I'm watching it right
now. Okay, maybe Aaron's not watching it. Okay, now I got to change
I can't
it to
speak
Aaron.
for him.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know I snorted whiskey. You know, you told him. He goes,
yeah.
What? I'll save that for Rockin' Pod, though. I did have my straw ready for you.
Let's make an event of it. Although, if you meet me at the Rainbow next week, I'm going to have you do it live.
Oh, my God. But you're going in the afternoon. I don't get off till 3:30.
Well, everybody that I want to meet up with is like later in the day. So I'm thinking I'm going to show up there like 4 or 5 and hang out there like through dinner time.
So I could get there around like 7 because there's, LA traffic sucks.
Okay. No, we probably still be there. Yeah,
and, Vincent Kavanaugh might show up with me. We were talking.
Oh, that would be great. I'd love to see him.
Nice.
Yeah, man. You guys rule, man. I'm sitting there, you and Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. I used to live in Victorville and work at Disney. So, because the houses are cheaper up there. That's 87 miles one way and one way back. So I'm driving over.
Paid enough to make that work?
Well, I had a wife who helped with shit back up there, but the thing is, it worked. Well, I bought a Prius, so yeah, I was getting good gas mileage, but it was still going up. I would go down the hill, the mileage would go up, and I'd go up the hill, the mileage would drop. You can see that. Yeah. But I drove over 160 miles a day. You guys, the Plug, Rock and Metal Combat podcast kept me entertained, man. And I'm still like, this week, man, I was like, fuck, nobody's releasing any podcasts. I got to listen to music today. And then you guys release it right when I get to work. I go, fuckers. Fucking Bushy's lagging. Where's the Plug at, bitch?
I didn't release it at 10 o'clock at night on a Friday like Toomey said we do. So I'm improving a little bit.
Yeah, man, that was cool, man. I listened to half it on the way back, and then you guys were doing this. So I wanted to see what people were joshing with you guys on shit. So I wanted to check it out. But man, you guys rule, man. You guys entertain me. You guys got me in a lot of new bands. What was that one band that you did your best of? Fuck, I can't remember them though. Fucking Stone, the Coda band.
Oh, the Dust Coda.
The Dust Coda, man. They fucking rule. And Aaron's got me in a lot of bands too. I just don't like Eclipse. Eclipse really sucks, dude.
Oh, sorry, you're so man. Wrong.
I can't get into Eclipse. That's like, I don't know, dude. I've tried. That band you know really what? Sucks.
And I've never really said it either, but I
know you don't like them.
Agree with Mark. You know,
I know you don't like them.
I kind of like their stuff, but I kind of don't too. Like nothing ever really grabbed me enough to make me go, I need to go buy that CD. I always thought it was okay.
It just sounds like schlock to me. I'm like, okay, the guy could sing, but the music is like, it's like, I don't know. It just sounds like cut and paste to me, cut and paste music, you know. But I do love Poison, man. Come on, Poison rules.
Yeah, there you go.
Poison rules, but you don't like Eclipse. All right.
Yeah,
I don't get it, but all right.
Oh man, you guys rule.
Right.
I'm glad you guys are like digging down in the dumpster to bring me on this podcast. Thank you.
Man, I've gotten really into watching you and Lee, especially on Saturday afternoons, just because it's like, what the fuck are they going to say? And I'm sorry, but the most entertaining part is where Lee gets really angry at you. That's just the most fun to watch.
Oh, I just say Bon Jovi.
Well, he'll get a look on his face like, and then I'm like, oh, what the fuck's about to come out of his mouth? And I don't want to talk about that. And yeah, Lee is like a true character. I love him.
Oh my God. I know his triggers. I know how to trigger him. So I say Bon Jovi, or I say freaking, you like that Bon Jovi album, dude? Remember? You like These Days? Go, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Or then I say fucking Fairport Point Convention, and he gets really pissed because I hated that shit. It was like hippie music. I was like, oh, what is this? The dawning of Aquarius? Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Well, Aaron, they got me on to talk about Flush the Fashion, and Mark was like, well, you picked an album that Lee can halfway get into, so I felt good about that. It was just weird enough for Lee to like it.
Well, and then when I did Enough's Enough with him, I was nervous. Like I thought Lee was going to just rip it apart, but he actually kind of found some stuff in there that he liked.
Good.
Yeah. I got to say this about Lee. He's got taste, unlike Bushy. He likes Milli Vanilli. Come on.
I can't defend Milli Vanilli. That's
Debbie Gibson.
Debbie Gibson. Well, Craig Smith is another one who likes it.
I get shit for Wham. At least George Michael can sing. Come on.
I wouldn't repeat that too often, but okay.
Yeah. Sinzak's always trying to give me hell about Duran Duran.
Duran Duran rules. I just saw them live.
Really?
Oh,
nice.
All right. Really there's a good Rose comment right there. I've been hoping for something like this. And congrats on having more episodes than listeners. Thank you. I'll have you know we do have more than 500 listeners.
No, that's my podcast.
Is that directed at you, Mark?
Probably. Because I was like,
how many episodes you got?
I think we have 350, 359 or something. But I have like 6 in the can. But this week we're gonna have an episode coming out on Saturday. We're gonna do the new Skid Row album.
What was that last comment?
We should record a Vinnie Vincent tribute album in celebration of our anniversary.
Fuck that guy. He was a dick to you guys. That pissed me off, man.
Vinnie Vincent's 80s wardrobe.
If you pay $500, you'll not only get one copy, but you'll get two. And the release date is who knows? That sounds about right.
I think somebody bought 2 copies of it and they got 2 empty boxes, right? Did you guys talk about that?
Duran almost as good as Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Yeah, our friend Earl Skakel actually did get the empty box sent to him.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I think my buddy on the Mark and Jerry BS sessions, Jerry, he bought 2 boxes. He's still waiting for his copy.
Really? Oh my God.
Dang.
I wasn't a fan of his at the time all that went down. I remember it happening because I was a Kiss fan, but I don't remember. I didn't pony up the $100+ for it.
I didn't even know who he was because I didn't get into Kiss later. I was into Ace, and I got into Ace on the Fraley's Comment with Rock Soldiers. So right. I remember Kiss, and my friends all loving Kiss, but I never heard them, and they were like had a ramp, dude. They would jump off the ramp and go, "I'm Ace Frehley, I'm Peter Criss, I'm Paul Stanley, I'm Gene Simmons," and I go, "Who the fuck are they?" So, I don't even know.
So you were actually a fan of Frehley before you knew about Kiss?
Yeah.
And before you listened to Kiss? Wow.
Yeah. I saw the video of Rock Soldiers and my next door neighbor had it. I love that album.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I even interviewed Todd Hallworth on the Freeform Rock podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was fucking cool, man. I Ace is my favorite, dude. He's amazing.
Don't you ever blow your nose into the microphone again. Oh my God. I'm gonna shake out my headphones.
Hey, I'm happy. I'm lucky I was able to do this tonight. Give me a break.
This is my second glass of whiskey. I'm feeling good.
Holy shit.
Like Daily Ross says, this ain't iced tea.
We got a clash. We got a 1%er checking in along with Mighty K. Amber Brooke.
Well, Amber, I'm glad you still listen even after all the shit we've talked about him over the years.
A lot of people found this podcast because they looked up Vinnie Vincent.
Yeah.
And then Decibel Geek Podcast pops up all over the Google.
I found this podcast just like I was laid up in bed for a year and a half with my neck like this from work. So I was on like injury workman's comp, and nice, I just looked up rock podcast, and you guys came up, and Rock and Metal Combat podcast. So I listened to both of you guys, and I've listened to every episode of you guys and Rock and Metal Combat, even with that one dude they had in the beginning. I ain't gonna say his name. I did a podcast with him, and I totally fell asleep doing podcasts with that dude.
With who?
Terrence.
You did a podcast with Terrence recently?
Yeah, we did. No.
Oh, I thought you meant recently.
No, my first podcast, he was doing the Terrence and Mark experience, and
oh boy,
and he was horrible, dude. I was like sitting there falling asleep while he was talking. It's like listening to paint dry. Oh my God, that was horrible, you know. And he would I'd say, let's do a Poison album. Okay, let's do Poison. And he would sit there and like it. And then later he would tell me he hated it. I go, why are you lying, dude? I can't be on a podcast with somebody who isn't genuine. I need somebody who gives me the real opinions. You're boring, dude. And I quit.
The funniest Rock and Metal Combat episode to me was the one where Ralph played judge and got you and Terrence on, and put you guys on trial. That was the funniest shit.
Well, I did do one episode with them. We did the Van Halen Fuck album.
Yes.
Yeah. I had to keep talking Terrence off the ledge because Ian was just laying him so much. It's like, dude, calm down. He's just fucking with you, dude. Calm down.
You and Terrence,
Sammy Hagar lover.
Yeah, I love Sammy.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, I love Sammy, but I'm not delusional. The 6-pack is the best shit they ever did. You know, Sammy's okay with them. I like Sammy solo better than with this Van Halen stuff.
But, somebody's getting a call.
Man, thank you guys for letting me be on here, man. I don't know if you have any more guests.
Well, it's good to have you out. Well, I got a few more clips to play, and then I think we're gonna get out of here. But thanks for coming on, and
yeah, man.
Hit me up next week. Looking like Wednesday, I'll be at the Rainbow, so hopefully we can meet up.
Yeah, maybe I could get Vincent Kavanaugh to come.
Yeah, tell him, man. It'd be great to meet up with you guys. Just let me know what your schedule is.
Are you coming to Rockin' Pod?
Oh yeah, dude. I
100%.
already got I got my tickets. I got my Airbnb. Me and Jerry
You're all
Soup are going to be there, and
nice.
We're going to run around still messing up your interviews.
No,
I can't afford the VIP package, man.
Too funny.
I'm broke.
You can still hang out with me.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. But no, we're just gonna go around. We're gonna have like a recorder and record us doing shit. So
I didn't hear you say that. Just saying.
Well, that was Lee's idea. He said we should just go around and mess people's interviews up. Lee gave me that.
You didn't tell me any of this.
I won't do it. I'm pretty cool.
Yeah. I like I said, you didn't tell me any of this.
All right.
Have a good time.
Yeah, no kidding. Can you say that?
All right. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks, Mark.
All right, man. Thank you, man. You guys rule. I love you guys. I don't miss an episode. And check out the Freeform Rock podcast.
All right. Awesome. Cheers.
Later.
Thanks, Mark.
See ya.
Awesome.
All right.
He's
Mark's
funny.
Good, dude.
I like him. Yeah.
Rick Fox. No, I'll actually be working the Slaughter show for Cruise Fest that night. Otherwise, I would totally be at the Rainbow for that. But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it for that. And then,
what band is that?
It's a book called Bound for Hell on the Sunset Strip that came out that Sins featured in, and a lot of other bands.
Right on. That's cool.
Yeah, I wish I could be there. Oh, cool. Thanks, Bushy. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron and I both feel like pulled apart on that weekend because there's just so many people to catch up with, and you only have so much time to do it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And I got to be up on stage every half an hour, but I get to see everybody, you know.
Yeah, Rick, I'll bring up On the Run to Dana. We'll see how that goes. Midnight Devils, we've had one of the members on Friday Night Live in the past.
Oh yeah, what was his name?
Sam, I think was his name.
Golly,
I can't remember.
I think we got drunk that night. But I remember talking to him.
Yeah, we do need to get Rick back on the show. We'll have him
back.
And Rick says it's an album and a book. Yeah, that's cool. I wish I could be there. Server saluting Rock and Ron tonight. Let's do a cheers to Rock and Ron real quick.
Yeah, because if it weren't for Rock and Ron, we wouldn't be doing this Friday night live stream. Here's to Ron.
It's all due to him. All right. And the pandemic, I should say, because he couldn't film concerts at the time.
Yeah, I gotta film something. We're like, calm down, Ron. You can film us. You can film yourself, and we'll all film each other. And we'll do it live on Friday nights.
Oh, it's your phone going off.
I don't know what's going on with my phone.
The wife's like, get the fuck off the live stream.
She knows what time we go till.
All right. So I got a couple more clips to play, and then we'll get out of here. Is that cool with you?
Well, here's a roast for you. Metal Mike G texted me saying, sorry, I can't be watching the show. Don't text me while I'm live telling me you can't watch it.
Oh, boy.
He's camping. He ain't even watching it. Out in the middle of nowhere. He says he hopes we have a blast.
All right.
He said, dude, sorry, I'm not tuning in tonight. I'm camping. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Hope you guys are having a blast.
Eric Spink, that brings back memories. Here's to Ron and those tiny ice cubes.
Yeah. And Chris always reminding him to refresh his cubes.
Yep.
Yeah, Ron rules.
We miss that guy
so much. This ain't the same without him. I'll tell you that.
Who is this Vinnie Vincent's 80s wardrobe person?
I don't know.
That's got to be somebody we know.
Encouraging us to dress in pink and purple. So clearly it is Vinnie Vincent's 80s wardrobe person.
Him and those damn tiny cubes. All right. Well, we got a couple more to play, and then we'll get going. Okay. All right. Here's some more of our friends.
What's up, everybody? Podcast Rock City here, and we want to congratulate the Decibel Geek podcast on 500 episodes. Who knew that you could have a show starring an 80s reject and a homeless guy and make it like to 500 episodes? But apparently these guys did. All kidding aside, we love you guys. Congratulations on 500, and hopefully we'll get more out of you.
Bravo.
Congrats, guys.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Peace.
Peace.
Well, shit. Who's from the 80s and who's homeless?
I had the same. I asked Joe that when he sent it to me, and he was like, "I'll never tell."
That's for you to figure out, isn't it?
I think I'm the homeless guy, unfortunately. I think you're the 80s reject.
I don't know. Your hair is pretty glorious, man. I think you might be the 80s guy, and I might be the homeless one.
Yeah, maybe. All the Fuggers are checking in. Hey, guys.
And then you got the other two sitting there while Joe's talking to us. They're just like, what's happening here?
Well, Joey knows who we are.
Who's Decibel Geek? Is that on the script?
I don't know if Lee knows who we are, but I know Joey does. I mean, and Joey's like... I
met Joey at Creatures Fest just
for a
you
second,
did. Though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. But no, it was cool to hear from those guys. And then we got a couple more. This is another one here. There's some more friends of ours.
So rumor has it that Aaron Camaro, Chris Czynszak are recording their 500th episode. Can you guys believe that?
500th. Jeez, the Chris's. They bored us for that long? How in the hell did that happen?
Are they getting paid for this shit?
I don't know.
Oh, I think they've paid for it for sure.
I think we all pay for it. I don't get it.
Every week.
I don't know who's paying for it. You know,
Mrs. Czynszak, Mrs. Camaro.
Wow, they're paying for it for sure.
Yeah. You remember when Chris was that real nice, short-haired little guy, he's real clean cut, everything. Now he's starting. I think he's trying to get this Crystal Gale thing going on. He's trying to hit the floor with it. I don't know.
Wow, Crystal Gale, interesting.
Yeah,
that's very interesting. Well, I was gonna like at least
give him a dive. He'll get on a horse and swoop his hair around and walk around. You know, right around naked in Nashville.
I thought he was going for the Fabio look. Is what he was going for. That
true.
Then
maybe
2020 version of Fabio, but maybe that's in it.
Yeah, he is the Czynszak.
Oh yeah, I can't figure out how Aaron Camaro is still getting clothes since Kmart closed like 20 years ago. I mean, I just can't figure that out.
I think Goodwill has a lot.
Oh, that's yeah. I got you.
No, Goodwill's too highbrow. He goes to Salvation Army.
There you go.
I don't even know about that. I think he's stealing them off homeless people.
Ooh,
maybe.
Damn. But seriously, fellas, 500 episodes is quite an accomplishment, and we're very proud of you guys.
Pretty badass, fellas. Pretty badass.
I know you probably don't think the same, but we're glad to call you friends.
Yeah, not after this.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Have a good one, man.
Suddenly we've been blackballed from Rockin' Pod.
I'll get a refund.
That's funny. All right. Chris and Aaron, seriously, congratulations on 500 episodes. And Alan still can't talk. It doesn't matter whose show he's on.
Oh, man. That's the second time I've heard it, and it made me crack up both times. But I guess now we know clearly I'm the homeless one.
Are you?
And you're riding a horse naked through Rockin' Pod, swooshing your hair around.
Yeah, but I mean, do I really look anything like this? I mean, if I do, my tits are big enough, but like maybe the hair's not long enough. That's Crystal Gale.
That's Crystal Gale.
Yeah. Come on.
Where's that come from? Trying to be all Crystal Gale.
Yeah, I look like Crystal Gale. We finally got really roasted here.
Oh man, too funny. Too damn swooshing his hair around naked in Nashville. Oh, I love it. I love it. Those guys are awesome.
If I look like that, your pants will be a lot tighter. Well, I'm glad I don't look like that, Adam. Thank you. I don't look that way. Oh, and it finally happened. There it is. There it is, everybody. There it is.
Chris is upset that he was compared to Crystal Gale and not Juice Newton.
Yeah, but I'm not a redhead. I married one, but I'm not a redhead. Bushy says he loves long. He wishes he could. Yeah, you just love it because you're envious.
Yeah, but you've got long hair on your face.
That's true. He has. I don't have the beard. All right.
Did I tell you about the Loretta Lynn song I heard?
No.
All right, this is not metal, but
obviously.
Recently, Loretta Lynn passed away, right? We're in Nashville. That's huge news. And somebody posted, I think it was Luke Carl's wife, posted a song by Loretta Lynn called Fist City.
Oh, I think I saw that post. Yeah.
Music, not metal. The context of the song, very metal. A Loretta Lynn song about beating somebody's ass. It's awesome.
Nice.
Like, if you don't watch yourself, you're going to end up in Fist City.
Nice. Well, that's a
one time.
If that was a Tool song, I would think the subject matter would be a little different.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's not that.
Well, Loretta didn't do a metal album, but she did do an album with Jack White that was pretty great.
Really? I've never heard that.
It's called Van Leer Rose. And Van Leer is like an area of Tennessee that I used to live close to.
Does he play with like distorted rock guitar?
A little bit. There's a little bit more rock edge to it. And then Bushy grew up with that song. All right,
check that out.
So we got let's see, how many clips do I think I just have one. Let me see what I got here. I've just got one more clip, and the reason I saved this for last is because this is a real legitimate comedian that does roast people.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
I think I make out worse on this than you do, but you're gonna enjoy it. So we'll play this and then we'll wrap things up and get out of here. Are you cool with that?
I'm a little afraid.
All right. This is a legit comedian, so here we go.
500 episodes. Congratulations, Chris Zick and Aaron Romero, two of my favorite podcasters I never listened to. It's pretty amazing that you guys have 500 episodes dedicated to a genre of music whose last hit was 1989. Most fans, when they think of Britney, they think Britney Spears, bikini picture on Instagram. You guys think of Britney Fox, Bite Down Hard. So I'm really been amazed to have become friends with you guys. Chris, you and your brother came on my podcast, Inappropriate Earl. I mean, if I'm going to get anything out of this video, it's going to be a plug for my own podcast. It's the only podcast I know of that gets less listens than your guys' podcast. But I'd like to thank you guys for making me steam clean my couch after you guys sat on it for 2 hours. Woo. And Chris, I'd like to thank you for running a podcast convention that looks like an Amber Alert lineup. I've never seen a room full of 80s metal guys and chicks that looks like 80 metal guys. Literally 80 metal guys. And I've never seen so many sagging t-shirts and bra lines and belt buckles that should have been used that weren't. In a room full of 100 podcasters, never heard of one of them. But it was an amazing experience a few years ago. And, I love you guys. It's a dying breed, this genre of music fans of 80s metal. And you guys carry the torch. And it's because of you guys and your sparkling personalities that I actually started listening to Eddie Trunk again. Oh, my God.
Perfect.
Your sparkling personalities.
If we drove Earl to Eddie, we got problems.
Oh shit! Oh,
Still love you, Eddie.
I feel like Earl couldn't pick us out of a lineup.
Nah, he knows who we are. He remembers Rockin' Pod 2018, and I hung out with him the year before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he knows who we are.
Yeah,
Earl's the guy who he got
were
the
in his apartment, right?
I did. Me and my brother Eric hung out at his apartment, and his dog fucking hated my guts, wanted to fucking murder me. It was funny as hell.
Wow.
Yes, Rick Fox. That it was Earl Skakel, the comedian from Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see him next week too. But yeah,
cool.
Thanks Earl for doing it. It was nice to get a legit comedian on, and yeah. So this has been it's been kind of fun.
I feel like that went easy. I was all scared it was going to be Courtney, and she was just going to tear us down and make us cry.
No, I'll probably get that when I go to town next week.
Okay,
but
good.
Yeah,
Good.
But yeah. So I don't know. Any parting words you want to give before we get out of here?
I don't know. What's next?
I don't know.
Same question as always, 500 passed us up. What's next? Well, we know what's next, but we don't plan too far ahead. I don't know. It's just fun hanging out. That Chips Enough video. You gotta send that to me.
I will.
can make that into something. I don't know what, but it's awesome. I love it. Such a cool guy. And Rick Fox is in the comment section.
Yeah. How cool is that?
And Kristen Schimbeck is there, and Paul Korn was in there, and Toomey was in there, and Baco was funny as hell, awesome. And Julian Gill, cool as can be.
And Mark.
I love the interaction.
Me too.
It's one thing to create an episode, produce it, create it, edit it, release it, and then it's just out there. But to hang out and be able to read Bushy's goofy comments, and Adam NC has been here from the very beginning. It's a lot of fun tonight. We got to do these a little more often.
Yeah, it's been a fun week and a half now, kind of celebrating the whole 500 episode thing. And but yeah, we put out 501. We're doing I think a Fresh Blood next, if I'm okay to spoil that. But yeah, more new music to play. But yeah, we're just gonna keep it on, and yeah. And if you haven't heard about Rockin' Pod, join us in March in Nashville. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
When's Cruise Fest?
Is next Thursday and Friday.
Next Thursday and Friday in San Diego?
San Pedro, California.
San Pedro, California.
Right off the port of Los Angeles.
So you're telling me this next weekend there's going to be a concert, and we're playing old Fraley's Comet songs. They're going to be playing old Iron Maiden songs. They're going to be playing old Van Halen songs. And Slaughter's going to be there.
Yep.
Chris Czynszak is going to be there. It's in San Pedro in California. So if you're in the area, you got to go to Cruise Fest, even if you're not getting on the boat to go.
I'm not getting on the boat, and I'm just going.
It's going to be an awesome party. Chris Czynszak is going all the way from Tennessee to California. He don't even want to go see Kiss on the boat.
Wow.
But he wants to be at Cruise Fest.
Yeah, no,
that should tell you something. It's going to be one hell of a party. Our friend Joe D'Angelo putting it on.
Yep.
It's a party when he's the ringleader. So if you're in that area, like I said, don't miss it. It's going to be amazing.
Yep. Cruisefest.com. That's Cruisefest with a K, as Aaron said in the promo commercial.
With a K.
The Cruise Fest, like the registration and the comedy show is going to be Thursday at the Hilton Doubletree in San Pedro, and then the Friday concert is at the Yost Theater with Slaughter, the Iron Maidens, Dressed to Kill, Kiss Tribute, and the Comet All Stars with Todd Howarth and Anton Fig. So I'm excited to see those guys play.
Man, like I said on New Noise, you're going to get to meet Anton Fig. That's so exciting.
And yeah, to me, it was the worst roast ever because you had an open invite and decided to roast us in the comments, and you could have come on and saved the whole thing. But hey, that's on you.
You know, maybe next time we do one of these, we should do the roast to Josh Toomey.
Yeah, we should.
You don't need to have 500 episodes to be roasted.
That's right.
I'm sure we get all kinds of guests for that. We'll be on this thing for 5 hours for all the people who want to line up and roast Josh Toomey. But you know what? People like us too much because we're good dudes. They don't want to roast us. They love us.
It's more of a love fest.
Not our fault.
Hey, I did the best I could to get people to trash us. I think Earl came the closest, but yeah. So thanks you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun tonight. We got to do more of these. I'm in a great mood tonight. I could probably do this for another hour.
Okay, well, I'll just log off and I'll let you run with it.
Yeah, I know you're not feeling good. Everybody, wish Chris Czynszak to feel better.
I'll be all right.
Because he needs it, because he's got to heal up so he can get to the party in California, the Cruise Fest. So thank you guys for riding it out for us tonight. Thanks to Chris Czynszak over there sniffling and snotting and blowing his nose into the microphone. You know he's not feeling good, but we kept him out later than we should. Brother, go get some rest.
I will. Thanks you guys for tuning in, and loved having you on, and it's been a lot of fun. We'll do this again soon. All right.